talk about chicken feeders. I've had some of these older feeders here for a while. On the right here we have this metal chicken feeder that is a hanging feeder that will hold 30 pounds of feed. And then I have this one that's a duck feeder on the left. Chickens don't mind. And it's will hold about 7 pounds. The problem that I find with these is that they wear out pretty quickly, and they get a lot of moisture and dirt down here in the bottom trays. And I've even had some chickens get up on here even when they're hanging, and they'll poop in here. I've even had the eggs laid up in the top of these things. So trying to see if I can come up with a better idea, and let's see what we got here. So what I want to try to do is go with something that's plastic. I've got these 2 buckets from Tractor Supply. They had a deal going, 2 for $8, so that's $4 a piece for the red buckets, food grade. And then these caps here, they have a screw-on cap, and it's these were about $13 a piece, and so that'll stop anybody from pooping in them or laying eggs in them, and I'm pretty happy about that. And then I've got these Pro poultry feeders that you will drill a hole through the side of the bucket, and then you will attach it in there, and it'll be aimed down towards the bottom of the bucket, and then the chickens just stick their heads inside there and they can eat that way. I'm hoping that'll keep the moisture out and keep the food cleaner longer. And so I think I figured out the price for all of these. It would end up being about $26, $27, give or take. I'll go ahead and leave a link to all this so that way you can see it. I got these on Amazon here. I think they were $19 for 6 of them. And so I'll just put 3 on each one. It comes with the drill attachment, hole saw, so that way we can go ahead and drill these out. So let me get this set up and we'll go ahead and install them. Alright, these come with caps. They even come with a rubber washer to make sure that these things are weather tight. So I guess you could put the caps on if you didn't want the chickens to eat that until later. And then looks like we want the food to be down in this level somewhere, and probably just make the holes a little bit higher. I guess it really doesn't matter. The chickens should be able to get in there. Just don't want to go too high because they can't reach all the way to the bottom, and they can kind of bend over and peck. They're used to it. So you get your hole saw, you got your pilot drill and a bit, and then we'll just go ahead and screw this in. And then we'll put it on our drill. Obviously be careful. Alright, so I would say this level here. Since I got a 6, I'm going to do 3 for each bucket. Eyeball it. Chuck on this drill's been a little loose for a while. Alright, I'm going to do this other bucket off camera. Alright, we're going to throw away these plastic pieces here. And then we've also got a lot of shavings on here. I'm going to go ahead and clean these up before I go ahead and start installing these. I'm just going to spray them down with water and probably go in here with like a utility knife or something like that and kind of just clean up these burrs. Alright. Well, I will admit I tried to use the utility knife to get the burrs out of here and it didn't work, so I just got myself a real high grit sandpaper. This is 800, and I just kind of went around the sides and on the inside and got rid of all those burrs. Went in and rinsed them out. I mean, it got everywhere. The plastic got everywhere, and we just definitely don't want the chickens to eat that. I'm going to go ahead and throw away these red caps or put them in a box. Kind of doubt I'm going to even use them, or I'll even be able to keep up with them. So might as well just put them off somewhere. And all these do is thread out. You want this flat part aimed towards the bottom. And then we're going to take our rubber washer. Better if it's on the inside. They really don't give you good directions on here, but it's fairly self-explanatory. That seems like a good idea because it fits on that flat part pretty flush. Alright, and just snug it down pretty good. It seems that they've done the trick. I'm hoping that the chickens, when they use this, that they're not going to be messy anymore and they won't waste as much food. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these off camera. Got that done. Alright, so basically after that you're going to go ahead and unthread these, and then you're going to put these flanges on. You're going to have to push them down pretty hard. They don't want to go on super easy, but also that means they're not going to come off super easy. And then after that, you don't have to fool with them anymore, and you just thread your lid down inside here, and that's fairly easy. So we're going to put a little bit of food in here. I don't need a lot. I've only got a few chickens in these smaller pens, and so I'm just going to put enough in here that it'll tide them over for a few days. I would guess that these are probably not going to hold 25 pounds. I wouldn't even think they could hold that much. I barely used any and it's already halfway full. So you can see down in here how the chicken would get their head down in there. And it seems like they're probably not going to waste any. And that's about a quarter, maybe a quarter of the bag, a quarter of the bag there. So it seems to be pretty good, and it's gonna be nice and watertight. So that's really what I'm looking for. So these two guys haven't learned any social graces, and they've been attacking the other chickens. So I've had to put them off by themselves here. So this is what this feeder's going to be for. They've also destroyed those flock feeders, knocked them over, and had them laying on the ground. So these two guys are kind of rambunctious. I'm going to get them another setup on a different type of waterer, and we'll see if that works as well. And that'll be in another video. going to tie this up a little higher and see if that helps. Or I might actually just set it up on top of one of these brake drums here, and that way it's not moving around a lot. It might be bothering them because it's moving. And I'll just put water in one corner and then feed in the other. Let's try that and see how that works. If you like this type of content, just subscribe and like, and send me some comments if you have any suggestions or questions. I definitely appreciate it. Well, that seemed to have worked, so I think we are good to go.